Recently, I put on a giant Shiba Inu costume and went to a park in Japan to see hundreds of dogs get their teeth brushed. Let's talk about it. My name is Tony R. Vega. I've been covering Japan since 2016, and here on the YouTube channel, I love to talk about weird, fun, and interesting Japan stuff. So if you're into that sort of thing, don't forget to subscribe and help me grow the channel by leaving a like and a comment. This video was brought to you by Own the Doge. I'll be telling you more about them later in the video. This past November 2nd, I went to Sakura City in Chiba Prefecture. Now, Sakura City is not some famous tourist hotspot. It's not the kind of place you would normally go to unless you know somebody that lives there. So why did I go? Well, I went to attend Doge Day.
Doge Day.
Doge is, of course, the famous internet meme of the dog saying funny things. It all goes back to a photo posted online in 2010 by Atsuko Sato of a Shiba Inu that used to live in Sakura City. That Shiba Inu is named Kabosu.
どうぞ。よし。
Unfortunately, Kabosu passed away in May of this year, but her legacy lives on, of course, in the form of all the memes and Dogecoin and all that, but also in the form of Doge Day. This year was the second year it was held. The first Doge Day was held in 2023, and at that event, the main thing was the unveiling of the Kabosu statue. This is a statue that remains there at Sakura Furusato Hiroba, or Sakura Furusato Square. You can go there, you can take a picture with the statue, which is actually slightly bigger than the real Kabosu was, and you can sit next to it and you can just take in all of that Kabosu glory. This year, though, the organizers didn't decide to unveil another statue of Kabosu. Instead, they decided to attempt a world record. The world record they tried to break was the most dogs getting their teeth brushed at one time. The number to beat was 268. That was set in 2012 in Hong Kong, and it's a pretty impressive number. But by the morning of Doge Day, almost 300 people had signed up, and they had said that they were going to be attending with their dogs. So things looked pretty good. It seemed like there might actually be a world record broken at this year's Doge Day. So what happened? Well, before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about how I got involved with all of this and some of the other fun stuff that happened at Doge Day. So the organizers are Own the Doge. They're a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. I'm not going to get into all the details of that, but basically they're a blockchain-based community, and they own the IP rights to the iconic photo of Kabosu. So one of their missions is to foster the legacy of Kabosu. They also just do fun and interesting stuff that connects back to that photo. And they do a lot of charity work. So they've donated millions of dollars to charity. They've worked closely with the owner of Kabosu, Atsuko Sato. And actually, Atsuko promoted this event, and that's part of the reason why they were able to get so many people to attend. And here's where I come in. So this past October, I did a 400-kilometer walk across Japan from Kyoto all the way to Miyajima in Hiroshima. And this was part of my Blind Japan project, where I'm trying to walk around as much of Japan as possible as someone who is visually impaired. I had 3 sponsors that made it possible for me to do this. One of them was Own the Doge. They also made it possible for me to attend Doge Day and the surrounding events that happened leading up to Doge Day. Anyway, back to Doge Day. So there were around 40 to 50 people that came from around the world to attend Doge Day. This was an interesting mix of people: cryptocurrency fans, meme fans, Doge fans, Kabosu-chan fans. We all got on a bus and headed to the park, Sakura Furusato Square, on the morning of November 2nd. And when we got there, there were already quite a few Japanese people there with their dogs. The weather wasn't good, but everybody seemed pretty happy to be there. As for me, there was something that I had to do, and it was put on this giant inflatable Shiba Inu costume that I had brought with me from Hawaii. So the entire time I was walking across Japan earlier in the trip, I had this thing in my suitcase. Now, even though it wasn't big and I wasn't actually walking with it, I was just leaving it in the hotel, it was still taking up a bunch of space in my suitcase. So it was rather annoying to have to carry this thing around. But I did. It was finally Doge Day and I put it on. My friend Miyuki helped me out and I got a wonderful reaction from the people there. And I got a bunch of Japanese people come up to me and ask if they could take a picture with me. So here I was in this 7-foot tall giant Shiba Inu costume holding my white cane because I'm legally blind. And so I use a white cane when I'm outside. And I bet they didn't even notice the cane. They just saw the big costume and wanted to take a picture with me. And they had their dogs with them. One couple had a dog in a stroller and we all took a picture together. Surreal, just absolutely surreal, but super fun. I enjoyed it. I was very happy to be able to bring a smile to some people's face with this wacky costume. Meanwhile, there was a ceremony going on. The mayor of Sakura City was talking. Atsuko Sato was there. Members of the Own the Doge organization were there talking too. But in the background was Cheetan, the famous, crazy, wild Japanese mascot Cheetan. 2 million followers on X, and I'm sure tons and tons of followers on other social media and YouTube and all that. It's a very, very well-known mascot, and I love Japanese mascots. So when I realized Cheetan was there, I decided that I have to get a photo, a video, whatever I can with Cheetan. I have to meet Cheetan. So I told my friend Miyuki, we're going to do that. And then as the ceremony was starting to come to an end, Cheetan started to leave, and we ambushed Cheetan. Thankfully, Cheetan and the handler agreed to the photo and the video, so I can scratch meeting Cheetan, taking a picture with Cheetan off my bucket list. But then, of course, came the main event, the world record attempt. If I remember correctly, there were 298 people that had signed up, said they were going to bring their dogs, and as the time for the world record attempt approached, it had to be delayed because there were so many people waiting in line to check in. So things looked pretty good. Did they achieve the record?
Here comes the countdown.
それではギネス世界記録公式チャレンジを始めます。3, 2, 1, go!
After 3 minutes of people brushing their dogs' teeth, and by the way, the dogs had to be naked. Well, maybe not naked. I guess they could probably have the collars on, but they couldn't have raincoats on, even though it was raining on and off. So they had to take the raincoats off during the 3-minute world record attempt. Well, what happened? So we got good news and bad news. So I'll start with the bad news. Unfortunately, it was not a successful world record attempt. They only had 210 dogs there for the attempt. And as I mentioned earlier, the current world record is 268 dogs. So they were 58 dogs short of the record and 59 dogs short of a new record. The good news is that they broke an unofficial record, the most amount of dogs getting their teeth brushed in the rain. And that is not likely to be broken because, well, I mean, nobody's going to try to actually do it in the rain. So, hey, congratulations, Own the Doge and everybody there. Unfortunately, that's not going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records or on the website or anything like that. It's just something fun that we can say. I witnessed the unofficial world record of dogs getting their teeth brushed in the rain. But I think it's still an incredible accomplishment to get 210 dog owners and their dogs to come out for this wacky event is just an amazing thing. And it just goes to show how much people love Kabosu and Atsuko Sato and just how hard Own the Doge worked to organize this. I'm sure that if it hadn't rained, there would have been even more dogs because, as I said, I think 298 people had signed up. So I can only imagine that a good portion of those 298 were dog owners who had dogs that don't like water and rain, like me and my dog. My dog hates the rain and water, so to bring out a dog in that kind of weather, yeah, would not have been pleasant if that's the kind of dog that you're dealing with.
Thank you, everybody, for all your, cooperation.
So anyway, congratulations to Own the Doge and everybody involved on an amazing event. Thank you so much for sponsoring me. If you want to find out more about Own the Doge, check out the links down below. By the way, I'm not trying to get you to buy any cryptocurrency or anything like that. Just wanted to share something interesting and unique that I got to do in Japan recently. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.